If you want to learn how to trade just like me, join the community, click the private Discord link, sign up through this membership level, and you will gain access to weekly group mentorship calls for free. I just wanted to say a thank you to all the supporters of the channel. We are now 300 subs away from 7k. Let's get there as quick as possible. Every single day is a struggle against the YouTube algorithm. So if you could like, subscribe, comment and share, it is greatly appreciated. Now we're going to go back quickly to yesterday's update where we spoke of a $1,000 quant now technically being valid. If we zoom in a little bit to this area where we actually broke through the golden pocket and created this reversal wave, we can see that the lowest level of support was on that same candle here at $75. So that's why for me personally, the criteria that needs to be fulfilled is just stay above $75 and we will eventually see a $1,000 quant. Now there's no specific timestamp on it. Anyone telling you that, oh, it's going to hit it on this date is talking nonsense. This is also not a suggestion for the bull market top target. I'm just telling you guys that the reversal wave was created, maintain that reversal wave, which is $75. As long as that's being maintained, this is a future target, which is now valid. It's set in stone as long as you're above $75, simply because the Fibonacci's are what's giving us future targets. So this is where we'd be looking to at least take some profits off of Quant. Not suggesting that this is the top. That is personally what I'm going to be doing. Nothing in these videos is financial advice. It's just literally what I'm personally doing, seeing, and my judgments, and what I'm doing in the market. So while we maintain this level, that is some future upside to look forward to. But I think two other levels that would come earlier where we could see at least a short-term top is between the 1414 and the 1618, between $267 and $350. The question is why? Since creating the reversal wave, we did have an opportunity to continue to those targets higher, but we managed to stop at the 1.272. The reason being, it was a head and shoulders patterns neckline that we were just returning to as resistance, and then we got rejected. This is where I told everyone that I'm getting out of Quant since my buy down at $50. We timed that very nicely. Where I started to DCA again was every single time that we hit $94 to $100. So pretty much a lot of times during this past year. In fact, I also mentioned that I'll be DCing as if we ever get a price below 100. So we got that. We didn't quite get down to $75, but it's just about maintaining this area. The reason why we stopped over here is because there was a shorter term head and shoulders pattern that I was calling out a few months ago, back in March/April time, where I was getting constant hate because people were saying that's not a head and shoulders. And after meeting the target right down here at $84, we have reversed simply because the target has been met. Now there were targets below this point out of a larger head and shoulders pattern that could have sent us to anywhere between $60 and $75, but the reason why we've got this bounce over here at 83 is because the smaller one's target was met. So it's giving us this relief rally. We can see the levels that we may struggle to reclaim. We can see this level between the $105 and $115 level. It's a nice $10 brick wall right now that is acting as resistance, and if we were to get above that point of 115, we're going to start this pump to $150. That is the only thing standing in our way from getting to our next set of targets. And the reason why I think we'd come into these two targets next is because when we have actually validated the reversal wave, we went ahead and met the 1272. And the only reason why we didn't continue higher from that point is because it was the head and shoulders neckline over here. So just a bearish retest of a previous bearish pattern over here, which sent us back down to the golden pocket. We are maintaining 75. So in doing so, you're not invalidating those higher up targets. So as long as we maintain $75 over the next months, we could expect higher price targets between this area, as we've already cleared the first one over here. This could all be invalidated. Simply now come back underneath $94 to $100 and then head over to 75. Where if we fail to reclaim the golden pocket, we can just use it as resistance, lose it, and that's how we go ahead and invalidate those higher up targets. So we know for now that Quant needs to hold above $75 for us to get this bullish continuation higher. In fact, guys, I'm going to show you a new set of fibs from our peak back in October of last year, where I was calling for a dead cat bounce as FTX capitulated and us meeting this target over here. Let me just get rid of these fibs for now. And we can actually see some confluence we have some confluence over here. So our previous targets were suggesting this area, and then our new set of fibs is also suggesting this area, plus a level slightly above that point of $350, around the $420 mark. So it's going to be within that area. Let me just get those previous fibs, between $260 and $422, where we'll find our next top, where we might have a longer term correction that might just be sideways, but it'll be at that point we start to get exhausted. So if I were to then use my fibs on the top of the bull market to our current bear market bottom, what is interesting is that the 1414 is actually sitting at the 786 fib. So our 1618 here is at 350. I believe that our other fib level from here to here was sitting at 420, which is pretty much the previous all-time high. So it's essentially telling us that we could be seeing a top before breaking the all-time high. So we might get a lower high, lower than the 430 top, and then have a correction where we just need to, again, hold above $75, and then we will continue to these higher price targets closer to $1,000. So there's a long way to go, but it's pretty exciting times as long as we can hold above 75. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share. Today is the final day of my discount, which you'll get 6 hours long of pre-recorded video courses teaching you from beginners into a self-sufficient trader. You're also going to gain 3 months access into my community, where we do 2 weekly group calls where I teach you live on how to trade exactly like me. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you believe that if we maintain $75, we will see these targets and even higher? Let me know your thoughts. Will we break this $75? Seeing people talk about 20, seeing people talk about 40. I'm just going to say that while we are above $75, we're keeping even $1,000 valid. Doesn't mean that we'll be there in 2-3 months or even 6 months. It could be a whole year away, guys. But we just need to stay within the criteria, maintain the criteria, which is hold above $75, and we've got a bright future over the horizon. Thank you guys so much. I'll catch you in the next one, and as always, peace. If any of you are interested in learning how to trade just like me, there's multiple options. Click this ebook. It covers all the strategies that I use in these YouTube updates, so you will have all the same skills. Covers the Japanese candlestick, chart patterns, support and resistance, why I use EMAs over trend lines, Fibonacci's, divergences, and again, using these all together to profit using them. I've also got a discount on my course at the moment, which ends at the end of this month. So that's down to £100. You also gain free access to my Discord community for the next 3 months, where you can expect to be a part of 12 to 24 group mentorship calls. If you want something that's a bit more personalized to your needs, then join my one-to-one mentorship plan. You can choose 5 or 10 hours of my one-to-one help, and included will be the 3 months free in the community, as well as my 6-hour long video course.